everyone, I'm Amari and welcome back to Disco Elysium. We've done a lot. Like, I feel like I've done so much in such a short amount of time, and I made sure to end the episode here in front of the church so I actually do it this time. So we're going to go explore it, because I think this is one of the last places to explore except for that locked door somewhere up north. So let's go. I'm so excited. Dust pews in the shadows, many seem to be missing. The sign reads Saint Brune 1147. Saint Brune. Oh wait, there's more. I should probably explore the exterior of the church first before going inside. An altar shrouded in dark or something like that. It's too dark to tell. Sometimes it gets so awkwardly quiet. Right now. Is that normal? I don't think there's anything else in the exterior. Okay, let's go in. In we go.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Inspect the carpentry.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run your hand over the beam.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
Take a closer look at the padlock.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting.
Ooh, look at the sticker.
You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before.
It's an emoji. What makes it so modern?
It's the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here.
Have you seen the symbol before? Point to it. I'm like treating it like this religious symbol.
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
What does it look like to you?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
What is suggestive of junior delinquency here?
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
I agree. It's very modern, but does the cheery guy not know he's dead, or does the dead guy not care that he is? What is the source of the irony here?
That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
Alright, try to peel off the sticker without ripping it.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Put the sticker on right on the cover. Oh, I had a decorate ledger thing, didn't I? Wait. Style your paperwork. Be on the lookout. Is this it? Put the sticker on your ledger right on the cover.
Voila. Looks
Voila. Yeah, style your paperwork. There we go.
You're part of the future brigade now, and so is your formerly humdrum ledger. Neon, baby.
Neon. Open the padlock with the key.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open. Feels like electricity and a very small piece of nothingness.
Let's go.
Pull on the
A
doors.
great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum in the heart of the city.
There's supposed to be like a ghost or something in here, right? I'm not good with ghosty things. A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. But I've been running. The grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. This figure was added later. It's not part of the original church. Okay, walk. More of the forked lighting pattern you saw outside. Bark beetles? No, it looks intentional. Some long forgotten style. Oh no, if there's a ghost, I'm not gonna be okay with this. The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. A smart ghost. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. This looks ominous. Cold wind blows from the broken gallery, makes your skin crawl. Portable Hammond Waushi tape recorder? Is it possible it's recording or something? Maybe. Someone's siphoning electrical current from the outside into this antenna.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
He seems cautious around the machine.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Wait, let me just investigate it. Step behind the computer.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses.
Look
You're
inside
free to proceed.
Look inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Press play.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good morning, Fortress
her again.
Accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Yvonne, it's me again. How are ya?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log February to March.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
Ah, can you give me a hint?
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater station.
All right.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do.
Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Fortress Accident, like the one in the Doom commercial area?
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brun. That's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghilaine? That's the doomed commercial area.
So there's two of them.
Anything else I
Same
can
company.
help you with?
Thanks, but I'm finished with this call. Press off silent.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
She says as her voice disappears into the whirl of
The
static.
machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
What if I press print?
Nothing happens.
Alright. Let's look for a password. Is that money? Yeah. I see shoes. Empathy shoes. What shoes am I wearing now? My composure shoes. Let's put some empathy shoes. Oh, those look sick. Oh, I realize I don't have any more alcohol. Wait, I want to look at this thing. A spider spun its web around the wood-carved pillar. A cracked pane of glass, colorful. That must be from the back over there. I zoomed in so that, like, I can get spooked properly. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. What is this? I think I like my Inland Empire. Pain threshold. I don't have any pain threshold, but I like that there's so many clothing options here. A figure drawn in frost on the window depicting a deer. Mortar. Sweet. Oh, Kim, why'd you pop out like that? Okay, I think that's... Oh, there's one more here.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums, you can hardly hear your own breathing.
Stomp your feet and clap your hands?
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Yell as loud as you can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. It's unnerving.
Turn to Kim, what's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Whoa, why is his voice all... It's so weird. Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
Oh, it's like dead, what do you call it? When you make something too soundproofed?
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is. Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises.
Maybe they wanted to discourage singing and dancing.
Could be.
He doesn't seem entirely convinced, though.
Look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible,
Ooh, it's a
then
red
disappear
check.
completely in the darkness of the
Perception?
tower overhead.
Oh man, it's a red check. I really hope I pass. I know 72%, but there's always a chance. Try to see beyond the shadows. Yes! Oh, it's much higher up than I thought.
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
What? It's a ghost. On the ceiling? Follow the shadow's movements?
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
Oh no.
Officer, is there something up there?
Yeah, the lieutenant follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is that you're seeing.
Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it go?
On the ceiling?
Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
Blink. Oh no, it's gonna...
You see something
What is
hanging
that?
from the rafters, looking
It's
straight at you
Spider-Man.
with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Ooh, I don't know about this thing.
The shadow is a man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently. The crab man.
The crab man? Are you the crab man?
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry. Everything's gonna be all right. You come to the right place.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Revachol.
The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
Absolutely.
Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
I haven't even. I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police stuff. I don't. No, wait. What do you mean? Oh hell no, run away. I'm not gonna run away. Run away from him, right? Yeah, I guess I have a bit of a problem and it's been getting out of hand lately. But you know what? I've been doing better. I only had like speed yesterday, so that's fine.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence, and you don't even know it.
Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering. Don't you worry.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc El Vino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Oh, see? Now, see, Kim? For some reason, I feel like you have a point there.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother.
This land of
I'm
reality.
only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
This is the church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game? Whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways. 'Tis not an act, my liege. Saving perchance he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
I'm gonna ask you again, are you the crab man?
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
To be fair, it's really more like a spider man.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
What were you before you became a crab man?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
Whoa. Whoa. Is he haunted by this, do you think? I lost my memory too, but I like it. It's like I get to create a whole new me, start again from scratch.
That's not really the point, I say.
It's not?
You gotta give yourself over to service. Service of the mother, that is.
Do you remember your name, sir?
Tiago's my name. But those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows. Your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
Oh, I'm gonna use my full title. My name is Harriet Dubois, and my place in the world is Lieutenant W. Freighter.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
It matters to me. He sounds melancholy saying this, his limbs a mere shadow below the ceiling. What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it. For purposes of veneration, I circled it. Nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
Who's this mother of silence you keep talking about?
Oh, that's no simple question, I said. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
What will happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
Should I tell him that? That's kind of rude to say. But he was talking about my drinking, so you sure you didn't just switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Fine.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
Aw, hey, not judging. I've got drug problems myself.
I can see, and it saddens me. But devotion can save you. It saved me.
Let's agree to disagree.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it.
Come on, don't do that to me.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it.
Yeah. I still don't understand what you're doing in the church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
You should sing for me. The superstar cop point your thumbs at yourself.
I ain't from no Marietti, if that's what you're thinking. And the song I sing is silent as the mother.
Of course it is.
Marietti is a mesque style of music and dance, commonly seen at all manner of festivities, especially weddings. It's delightfully quaint, owing to its peasant origins. He lost his cool there for a moment. Seems you hit some nerve.
Ooh, I did. How did you even find this place, this church?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It didn't belong to me.
Man, what happened to this guy? Are these yours? Show him the scarf and shoes you found lying around.
I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins to get closer to the center of the silence. You could have them. I don't need them anymore.
Thank
They
you.
only stop him from climbing. They look pretty dapper, actually.
They are. I'm wearing the shoes. Right, I had other questions.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
You've been here a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Oh, he responds, his voice suddenly flat.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
She's like Shar. The mother of silence is Shar. I'll ask this later. Actually, let's ask let's ask this first. Do you know where the other spooker is? Point at the strange machines around you.
Other spooker? Oh,
The spooker.
esa viejita
ghost?
es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viejita is grandma?
Wait, so there is another person living in the church and it's Viejita?
No,
Oh.
I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
This guy. And you don't know where she is.
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you've got nothing else to tell me, how she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
How long has he been here?
Search through her radio computer.
Have you by any chance heard the Viejita say the password to her radio computer?
Too many times, Essay. You need it for something.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Why is he saying everything? I'm doing a survey of passwords and passcodes identifying regional trends in the interest of public safety, of course.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Okay. All right, some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
Do they have a reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
Though he used to, a long time ago.
What do you think about the nightclub?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go.
Okay, he's cool with it.
Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Awesome. All right then, thanks.
I think we're done here, essay.
That was an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Trust, Kim. Trust. A bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. Strange. Okay, let's try... Oh, no, I should walk. Radio computer?
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated.
Press play
The
again.
speaker comes to life.
Good morning, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Let's try this again. I think I may have the right password for the personal log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife, death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Thanks, I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
The machine's keyboard is... The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Read the
The
printout.
first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
I saw the word crowbar. I need that, I
4th
think.
of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Do you think this log might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
Read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving.
Read the third entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boots. Read the fourth entry.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers, but at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Artists, programmers, Lexi, who are these people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
Okay, and the data loss?
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Read the fifth entry.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now.
See?
I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
Read the 6th entry.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audiospatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
The lieutenant looks to his right towards the silence. Read the 7th entry.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
What is this weirdness that's happening
The
here?
pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting
There's
it's more
spooky
than
stuff
just an
going on.
architectural quirk?
Yeah. What could it be? Look at the water basins behind you.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
Ooh, read the 8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
She must be describing a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
Read the 9th entry.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in
Is
our
that me?
old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me. I was the one who broke into the radio computer, and the storekeeper must be Plaisance.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine.
Oh, no, it's totally fine.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
Read the 10th entry.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also, some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Hello. Oh, she's gonna be pissed. Hey, we weren't doing anything.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
We're here on a side case representing certain music venue organizers.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
I did
We
not.
should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Okay, you go reboot that. I'm gonna check this hole out.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Dei. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Why? Okay, kneel.
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Close your eyes first.
The world is silent, But for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you, it covers you from the wind outside. The ocean feels distant, its ebb and flow blocked off by the centuries-old pinewood sarcophagus around you. Cold air seeps in through the crack in the glass, cooling the sweat on your forehead, makes you shudder.
Open your eyes.
The
That was
woman
a
looks down at
spiritual
you, kneeling.
journey.
She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. You.
Ooh.
No, she doesn't care about you. She only cares about her shiny sovereign's orb and her silk robes and getting to the aerodrome on time to leave.
No, it's compassion. Oh. She looks to me, it looks like compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same as you get up.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
This is Dolores Dei.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew of the place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
I don't know why, but I want to say okie dokie, okie dokie.
Okidodo.
Okie dodo. He whispers in the silence of the great building.
A touch of absurdity there. Nice.
Yeah, okie dokie, okie dodo. How do I know of this? How do I know this is the mother of humanism?
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence, Dolores Dei, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Okay, what else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene la Navigateur, Queen of Suresnes, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
Okay, what else? Was she smart?
Terribly. Women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
How come?
It was on her advice that Irene la Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. The DeLorean era.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Ow.
When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her. She was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest.
I wanted to get to that part of the lore.
Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt.
Okay, that's cool. What exactly is an innocence? I've heard of this of the system.
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
A ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate innocent rule should it coincide with our time. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
Is one in office now?
No, we are alone.
Oh. When did she rule?
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Dei, constantly surrounded by her terriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
What happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Dei often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb, in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacific. Mare Interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Dei to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her.
It's so strange. They have that pillar of silence in here and her. I wonder if it was intentionally built that way?
This subtle terror is
The
part of
church?
the iconography.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
The lieutenant's calm voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
War criminal! Glowing lungs, that's fucked up.
Yes, glowing lungs are quite unusual. After that one time, they have not been reported to glow.
He takes his glasses off to clean them.
You know, this church, the coast, we shouldn't linger. Finish what you came here to do and let's move on.
No.
This isn't a good place to get lost in.
No, he likes this. Reconstruct the cracked glass. I think I have visual calculus stuff. Hold on. So I don't waste it. I do. I have glasses
The
and a
mother
jacket.
of humanism
There we
stands
go.
above you. A
83.
precious and
Reconstruct the
complex wax
cracked
painting
glass.
on a single pane. A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text. A light motif below them both.
What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown. A motor carriage? A gunshot? Someone falling into it? Or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break.
If it's a motor carriage and it's mine, I'm going to be upset. Who is this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence Dei advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
The motto, what does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau.
After life, death. After death, new life.
And then along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau. After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking, a tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
Lieutenant, this used to say after life, death, after...
Death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again.
Is he a follower of Shar?
This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan.
Oh,
No more, however.
why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
What is the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Cool.
Eyes cool.
Eyes cool. Step back.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
Turn away. Leave. Interesting. Where is this crowbar, though? It said crowbar. To open this place. I could use that crowbar for the ice cream machine. I don't think there's a crowbar here. Maybe this lady has it. Oh, wait.
Hey, her innocence Dolores Dei liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember?
What?
You have the headless Falcon Rider figurine.
Oh.
You should give it to her. Win her back.
What? Win who back? Huh? I can't win her back. She's a long dead historical figure.
Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily.
Okay, I should yes, this is a task of mine now.
So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This is surely what the figurines are for.
How strange. Do I just stick it here?
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across.
Does she want a different figurine? Just want a figurine she deserves more. You should offer her any and all you have one day if you meet her in person. If I meet her in person. Oh, talk to Joyce about the pail without Kim. Okay. Maybe I should go back to the pawn shop and buy the other soldier figurines?
What is it?
The woman is still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the purring machine. I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
It does not look like a big loss to her. Hey, are you the lead programmer for Wirral Untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or no, not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad.
Oh,
Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former
Whoa.
lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
The way she said her name was like beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
She turns back to the terminal.
That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
Have you seen the crab man?
No?
Do you know he's around?
Yes.
He's seen you.
And?
Okay, it's probably not a big deal then.
No. You're right. I'm not.
Her voice trails off as she bends over to tinker with the machine's printer. Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit.
A what?
RAIN prefix.
Rain.
My radio computer.
And that antenna is its processing unit?
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
She has stopped working now. Not really.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
What's on air?
On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel in the east in Celindic region. It's all around us. That's what on air means.
She waves her hand.
Like love.
And the AR1, is it a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far, I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
The machine
On
seemed
what?
almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
Okay, what are those bowls of water over there?
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Right, I'll try not to touch anything. Next question.
Great.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes. I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
She says, ready to stand her ground. What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what?
What?
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
A hole in the world. What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for you to answer.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
Oh wow. Hold on a moment. Does it mean we're now living in a world that has holes in it? Wait. Yeah.
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out?
Can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Hydro transducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
She grows silent, staring at the circle of basins. It looks like some ancient ritual. You have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Maybe it's the crab man, and he's the source of it. She looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch-black heights above, but without much success.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
Why is this so much bigger on the inside? Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
I know.
Oh. Sorry. I accidentally pressed spacebar twice. Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place. That's where the Crabman lives. You don't think Crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
Ah. You said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
No. I have an idea. That's all I want to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks.
How do you feel about anodic dance music?
What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Have you even listened to it? Like, actually listened?
Yeah,
Oh.
like all the time. My tent neighbors don't really ease up with their partying, do they?
She pulls a face that looks absolutely scathing.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right. But how do you feel about a club for anodic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
I'm pretty sure they want to build a drug lab. I heard they're also planning on building a drug lab.
Bingo!
She snaps her fingers.
That's exactly what they're up to.
Wonderful.
The lieutenant whispers, admiring the embellished pillars and the spectacular architecture in the church.
Now this house of worship is also going to be a drug lab. Always something fascinating happening in tents.
An active youth culture. I don't want the drug lab in here. I don't mind the dance club, but the drug lab... Say nothing. I
So
agree with
that's
him.
settled. Great. No nightclubs in the church then.
What? No, I wanted the nightclub, but no drugs. Oh, okay, I can tell him about the thoughts. Right, I'll let you work in peace. Bye. Okay, I am going to allow them to open the club on the condition that there's no drug lab. Because the music it's fine. And there's a cone of silence that maybe she can sit in there without a problem. Wait, let's talk to Estelle first.
Hello again. My associates? I haven't... Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
Oh.
To the cops.
Me? Don't know
Okay,
what
never
makes you
mind.
think it'll be any different later, but...
Okay. That's it for now. I'll ask her about her white check later, when it becomes available again. Alright, guys.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
He looks excited. The tips of his hair are sharp and white. The bleach has consumed almost all of the toothbrush on the mirror in front of him. About the church, I checked it out.
And? What happened?
I talked to Crabman.
Oh man! Who is he? What did you think?
He seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Clearly enjoys the physical activity. Guy climbs like a freak.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
Yeah. Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
Just let him
These
be.
guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
Actually, he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
You're going to have to live with the Crabman.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah!
Egghead is hilarious.
I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I was using the mainframe when Suna, the former lead programmer of the Fortress Accident, appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She did not like the Anodic dance club idea.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
She can have her
A shame.
opinions.
What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity? Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution.
Look at you, Honor Man!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music. The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Anodic dance music?
She absolutely does not really truly despises it.
Egghead cannot believe what she just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you.
Perhaps if you drop the drug lab, it might make it easier to convince her.
Oh man! But the drug lab was like an integral part of getting the club going.
No.
For me, it was my favourite part. Chemistry's great. Besides, imagine all the drugs we could do if we had our own drug lab.
I don't want this.
I mean, Anodic music is great and all, but drugs, they make you feel really good.
Oh.
When did you last feel really, really good?
Who needs drugs when you've got the mysteries of Al Ghul to discover?
Nah, but you see, no one likes drunk people. Drunk people get into fights and try to hit on everyone. Now, people on speed, however...
Okay, I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend.
But no drugs. That's it for
Goodbye,
now.
officer.
I'm not gonna evict her. Before I convince Suna, I'm just gonna make a quick trip to the pawn shop, buy those figurines. Here we go. This cabinet. I can't buy these.
Yes, they are. You're probably.
Okay, I can't.
I think they're
All right.
poverty.
Okay, so we can't buy anything. Oh well. Let's go back to the church. In we go. Let's see if I can convince Suna to let them party here, but only innocent partying. Innocent as in just music and no drug den or lab.
Yes, what is it?
What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre, he wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
Hold on, you don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything.
All
I
right.
don't want to make anything work.
Alright, got your message. Suggestion. Alright, I don't have any suggestion outfits,
Yes,
but
what is
72% is pretty high.
Easy.
Yeah.
When her research is done, she can move out.
Listen, about your research, you mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something?
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the boom boom anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
Is this the filament you're looking for? Show her the production schedule.
No, that's the production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization. I don't need it.
In his defense, it was simply lying in the desk drawer of an abandoned cubicle.
Okay, but still.
She says where it is. Offsite copy from my old workspace. Okay. It's stored on a filament memory. Okay. What is an offsite copy and why do you need it?
It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She points to the glowing cube inside the machine.
She's making it extra simple for you.
Nice.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Whoa, the rain suddenly came in.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on-site?
If it's called an offsite copy, then why is it still on site?
Oh god, not this again. It is not on site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on-site.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored. We clear?
She stares at you with pleading, furious
This
eyes.
is clearly a painful topic for her. She must have had to explain herself numerous times.
By your old workspace, do you mean the studio of the Fortress Accident in the doomed commercial area?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
I've already been inside the doomed commercial area.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar.
Yeah.
The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
Oh, is it that really hard fridge to open? And where exactly is the offsite copy?
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offsite copy from the ice bear.
It was in there? I
But
don't remember that.
You've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying,
Oh, I found a note from the ice bear fridge. It said the offsite copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It said the offsite copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named Sulislaw.
Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Sulisław Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous.
She crosses her arms defiantly.
And the heads. I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
Valley
I
of
can't
a Thousand
open it, though.
Heads. You like the sound of that.
I do like the sound of it. I found the ice cream maker, but couldn't get it open. It's completely frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or,
I did.
I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
I need... Why can't you go and get the filament yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Why does she think you're part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
It's a bit biased, don't you think?
No. She literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my
biased the other way.
I'm not making this up.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
Alright, I'll go look for the offsite copy. She thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized pry bar.
And here's my Kvalsund
Thank you.
tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offsite copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund.
Alright, bye. Yes. Where is this? Whoa. Whoa. Awesome. Let's make our way over to the Doom commercial area. I can finally freaking open this thing. It's been bothering me since I first started the game.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine.
Damn it.
It has
More
a
physical
hand-cranked
instrument.
This
I don't really
orange
have anything
machine
for this.
is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice.
I don't want to have to wait another day for this. This is alcohol, right? I could just go buy some alcohol. Okay, cool. I just need a beer. And cigarettes. Where did my cigarettes go?
Here you go, mister.
And cigarettes.
Here you go, mister.
So I can smoke them. Bye. Intellect, physique. There we go. Thanks. I didn't want to put a point in physique. I want to see whether I can just increase my score with drinking so that I'm stronger. Drinking makes me stronger. Ooh, maybe I could do the barbell as well.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine.
I forgot to drink tools. Huh? There we go. I'm good, right? Is it going down? No, we're good. Alright. Put this back in my hand.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old
28%?
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top.
I know it's just a white
and an
check,
electric
but
freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
screw it.
Ice squeaks beneath your Kvalsund multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shuts as tightly as before. Unplugging the ice cream maker will allow it to defrost.
Didn't I already do that?
Two cables are plugged into an electric sizzle, something close.
Very smart.
Oh, but I already did my white check.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer.
Please.
The ice around it slowly melting.
Please. Please pass.
Ice groans
Yes.
and howls under the strain of your giant Kvalsund multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object. intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words offsite copy written on its side. Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker.
No ice cream.
A scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes.
Yeah. Someone's stomach grumbles. The room feels very cold. Take the filament
You
memory.
gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lukanen Kilda as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
Close the lid. Oh, I am curious. But she might... The login attempt will show, right? Let's do it. Oh god, I'm so curious. No, you can't propose that to me and then... Oh, now I have to know. Damn it, now I have to know.
Tiles on the cube are still
Insert the
smoldering,
off-kite.
casting the
Sorry.
framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Insert the offsite copy.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Press play again.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the offsite copy?
I might have a password for the offsite copy.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife, death.
No, that's not it.
What does she mean? That's not it. What's the password then? Maybe it's the second part of the leitmotif you saw on the stained glass window.
After death, life again?
Good. I've unlocked the offsite copy.
Ooh.
After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Ka-ching.
Yeah.
Fortress accident. Is there any
Alright, that's all
thank
for now.
you?
Tiles on the
Okay,
cube.
print.
It sounds like something cracks before the piece of paper starts filling up with pure black ink. Something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like this.
Look inside the compartment. Oh, no. Read the printout.
The paper is soaked with ink. Its monochrome darkness spanning from margin to margin. It's not possible to make out any information.
What happened? It's just covered in ink.
Odd. Something is obviously broken here.
I do... Oh, wait. Tear off the printout.
Tiles on the cube are
Okay, wait. It's in here, right? I can... Where is it? Where is it? Where is the printout? I thought I tore it off. Do I not have it with me? I just tear it off and throw it away. I just wanted to put my perception gear on. Hold on, I'll see if I can do it again. Read the
paper
printout.
is soaked with ink. Its monochrome darkness spanning
I just need
from margin to
like
margin.
almost guarantee
It's not possible
because
to
it's a
make out
red
any
check.
Information.
I'm scared. Examine the printout again.
A single speck of white shines out from the shade. For some reason, the printer decided to spare this one tiny dot of paper. Looks like gibberish. Better get running again. This must be the information Sauna is looking for. She knows how to make sense of it. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering.
Remove the offset
Cast
copy.
the filament slides out of its glowing net.
Leave. Send my items. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, let us try that barbell, the weight. I don't know why I really... Why can't I? Oh, it's this way. Because we're heading out. We might as well head out this way and try out the gym. I think it's physical instrument. Physical instrument. Is this contact Mike the boxing champion? Oh, it might be. And I got a new thing. Wasteland of Reality. I didn't even notice this. Wasteland of reality. It's been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic and that it's a sickness and it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this, even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit? Quit drinking, but I just had another drink. I don't know. Alright. Let's go.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Even with alcohol. Notice colors. God damn it, it hurt me again. I keep trying. I keep hurting myself doing it.
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat.
Yeah, the gloves just suck.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
Yeah. Do I have weightlifting gloves? But I had like these fair weather, these armor gloves.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor.
Oh, those
like
were the weight.
Okay,
the Fallon gloves. Okay, so next time I'll try it with the Fallon gloves. All right. Cool. I will try it again next time. Let's remove this flashlight though and hold a pack of cigarettes.
There it is. A brave little
and
army
smoke in the bookstore. I didn't mean to put it on right now.
The first Smoke's platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you.
Pull
sir.
One out of the pack.
You picked the best one.
I did.
This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up.
Alright, light it up.
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go. The lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off.
What are the repercussions if I do this?
Repercussions? There's a high risk of glory, with a mild chance, cool genius. Smoking makes you into an intellectual. Everybody knows
Oh
that.
no, my encyclopedia is gonna be like talking my ear off.
It will help you concentrate a bit. That much is true.
Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in.
Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button. Cigarettes gives +1 to intellect skills. Logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus, encyclopedia, and drama. This is good before a white check, but damages your health.
Cool. Looks like Guillaume de Million, that hair poster. Let's carry my plastic bag around and cigarettes. Yep. Not like I really need cigarettes since my intellect is high, but I wanted to get that done from my list. It feels like it gets bigger every day, even if I'm crossing stuff out. Have I done this one, the bookstore? I did. Cindy the Skull. I should do that after. Hello, I just smoked in your bookstore and you had no idea, did you? Suna?
Yes, what is it?
About the offsite copy you asked me to bring.
Yes?
I brought you the filament. Give her the offsite copy.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
What's going to happen now?
Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
Don't waste your time printing it out. There's nothing but a speck of white in a sea of ink. It's broken. I'm gonna be honest.
A speck of white? That's exactly what I'm hoping to find.
What do you mean?
Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper gets soaked in ink again, its evil blackness shining in the light of the mainframe. It looks eerie. This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that.
Yeah, you've already said that.
It's the abyss staring back at you.
Play it cool. Now what?
Sorna doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it.
Where? Lean closer.
Hold on.
She's behind the keyboard now, typing in some numbers that only she understands. The terminal beeps and the light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart. Can I do anything?
Oh. Just give me a second. I'm almost...
She clocks up her typing speed.
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Me too.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
There's joy in her voice as she bumps her fist up, into the air. Oh my god, congratulations!
Thank you!
She yells back with a grin.
Time for a celebratory drink, perhaps. Just a thought.
Yeah. Well, we're already sauced. So where is it? Where is your 2mm hole in the world? Proceed.
There. In the swallow.
She points at the other end of the church where a group of water bowls forms a ritualistic arc.
Think you can help me again?
Sure.
I need you to go move those water bowls for me. I need to double-check my calculations.
What an interesting proposition. Truly a task for the intellectuals. Solving the puzzle of water bowls.
Right, I'll go figure it out. I'm good at intellectual puzzles. I just had a smoke.
No. I don't need you to figure anything out. I've got a computer for that.
She pats the mainframe.
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
Third bowl 2 centimeters left, fourth bowl 5 centimeters right. 5, 2. I'm not gonna remember that.
She only wants you to follow instructions. Nothing intellectually stimulating. In this task, a child could do it. Yes, but you like moving things around.
I do.
Moving things around is calming.
You don't trust my intellectual capabilities to solve this problem on my own?
Come on. It's not about your brain. Even I couldn't figure it out on my own. Can you please just go and move the water bowls for me? Thanks.
Alright. Okay. Oop. Could these wires work as contact microphones? What is this bowl?
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. Oh boy, this is going to be good.
Move the third bowl from the left 2 centimeters. Fourth. Oh no. I guess these are the options.
Like a ghost, without creating a single trace of sound.
That would be the only options, right?
This task is an insult to your mental skills.
Move the fourth bowl from the left 5 centimeters to the right.
Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place after all.
Lee. I will walk. I want to give the figurines.
Yes. What is it?
I have moved the bowls. It was mind-numbingly easy. What's next?
Great. Everything should be aligned now.
She stops biting into her chapped lip.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
Okay, let's get this party started.
Yeah, let's do it. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Wait, why did you have your headphones on mute in the first place?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Isn't it going to be just silence and nothing else?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist?
She turns to face you, the mainframe throwing shadows on her chin.
What if
it's very deep?
Silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
She grows silent, her face very pale in the cold light of electricity. What?
I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart.
That is terrifying.
Like that evil ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning.
We should be cautious. We don't know what we're dealing with here.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired.
Let's think about this logically. Why would nothing be terrifying if it's, well, nothing?
Nothing is terrifying. Nothingness. Yeah. It's scary, but we have to face it.
Yeah. You're right. Let's do it.
She puts on her oversized headphones, ready to press unmute on the keyboard.
The lieutenant takes a step back, and then nothing. Nothing happens. As Sona Lokanen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary.
Can you hear anything?
She doesn't answer. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus, one hand cupping the headphone.
Well?
Damn it.
She lets out a loud sigh before tearing off her headphones. She's still avoiding your gaze. Come on, did you hear anything?
No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the swallow?
No.
She rests her face on her hands, massaging the forehead.
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something, if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is.
What was she expecting?
You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
This can't be it. You should have a listen.
What can I do to get my motorics up? What gets motorics up? Should I do drugs in front of her? I'm gonna be sauced, having smoke. Am I still drunk? Still drunk. Should I do it? Should I take some speed? Alright, I put my perception shoes on.
What is it?
That's like not bad. I don't need to do speed for this, right? Yeah, it's just a white check. It's
Everything
fine.
disappears.
Oh, good. Yes!
You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace.
Oh no.
And then
this is gonna hurt me emotionally, huh? What does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
Suna, take off the headphones. What if we just need a better sound system?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
Murmurs the lieutenant, inspecting the damage done to the arabesque.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Yeah, but they could help with the speakers.
You mean the speed freaks?
Yes. She closes her eyes as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary.
Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Great. I'll go talk to them then.
Sure. Let me know how it goes.
Finally. 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 All right. Okay, let's walk. Be respectful of the space. Ooh, it's this. This is different. A prayers book has been left open. Excerpts from the Pericanesian Litany of Love. How come I didn't notice that before? Can I give the figurine yet? I want to give it. I want to give it to the lady. The Lady of Silence.
The mother of humanism stands above you.
Alright, fine. Fine. Whoop. I'm running. Super disrespectful. Come on. Speed freaks, let's go. At least I have this bridge here. How useful.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I'm here to talk about the church again.
Yes? What's the deal?
Good news, I managed to convince Suna. She's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition. She needs your speakers for her project.
We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of Nordic dance music.
You're going to have to share space for a couple of weeks until she gets finished. She gets her research finished.
That's fine. We can manage.
He grins excited.
And what about the side business? Have you made up your mind?
No, you mean the drug lab? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's illegal, you see. I mean, I know I have speed in my pocket, but no. No!
Oh man,
it's gonna
really?
make Martinez
You're
worse.
A complete ballbuster.
Yeah, that's fine.
We can make do. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
Alright, leave the tent. Dope. Didn't leave anything behind? Oh, where did she go? I wonder if they're already in there? They already, like, broke down their tent. Let's see. Dope. What is she doing here?
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here?
1,000?
10,000?
No. He waves his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner.
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honors, detective?
Oh my god. Oh, I want to name it. I mean, I want Kim, of course, best friend, buddy. But I think I've come up with a name.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Disco Elysium!
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is dead!
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be.
And short. And memorable.
It is.
Settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
A light beam washes over the dance floor, bathing in it in violet blue.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat.
What are you doing, Andre?
I'm dancing.
Boy, that's not dancing. He performs yet another strange pattern of moves, but it doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kind of lame.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing?
We should talk about it. We should talk about your so-called dancing.
Yes, my man.
The hell is that? He jumps up and down with glee, his moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of club lights.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves? Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker setup makes everything sound much better.
Ah! Why did I take off my savoir-faire gear?
Something.
Hold on.
Goodbye, officer.
I'm gonna nail this dance. Hold on. Okay, I only have the oversized sunglasses, but I put a point in. I have 2 points in savoir-faire. Hopefully that's enough. I don't know if I need the speed. Do I need the drugs? No, let's show him that you could party without the drugs.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
I might have to do drugs. I've been meaning to ask you what's with the hair.
It's to express my individuality.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Is it important to you to be an individual?
Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that, and I have radical spikes.
Fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway.
Screw it, I'm gonna put another point in. I don't want to fail this. Like, it's disco time. I think I have to do some speed. Why do I only have like such little gear with savoir-faire? I don't want to spend more. I put 2 points in savoir-faire already. It's very disco though. The immense panache, very disco. I wish I internalized something here that just happened to give me more savoir-faire. I might have to just come back here later and dance. I bet you this gives me savoir-faire. Well, time to take some drugs. Am I right-handed? Why can't I take the drugs? Do I have to remove the bag? Ah, yes. Okay, drugs. Whoa. Yes, my motorix. It's going down, right? No, it's fine. It's fine. Let's get rid of that evidence that I was doing any drugs. Okay. Awesome. I need to pass this. I mean, if I fail the dance, it's also kind of funny, but I really want to pass it.
It's good to see you.
Skirt, whatever happens, dance fever incoming, let's go. I failed it. That's great.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music into life. For now, such ferocity of motion is beyond you.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
Puts a grin on your face just to think about it. Even a failed attempt gets the juices flowing and repairs some of the damage done by battles lost. If you up the dose and truly dance, who knows what will happen? Salvation.
Well, I can't even dance.
Goodbye, officer.
Wait, let's save and then just I'll reload that part and see how the dance looks. That's so lame. I really want to just see the dance. That's all I want.
It's good to see you.
Failing twice in a row, man. Okay, come on. Let me pass it, please. I just want to pass this dance battle.
Oh, hey, man.
This dancing sucks. What in the hell? Load. I'm drugged up. And I have my one savoir. I'm not being very disco right now. 3 fails. Come on. I've been getting pretty good rolls though until this point. This is kind of insulting. But yeah. I have been pretty lucky with my rolls. It was bound to fail at some point. But come on, it's like almost a 50-50 chance. How? I'm determined. Very determined. No freaking way. Please.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
This is sickening. Are you just bound to fail this?
Hey, man. It's good to see you.
There's a bug. There's no way that it's like this bad. I'm not gonna try. I've reloaded this like several times, and it's just forcing a failure. So I've already done the failure here.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
It's locked. It's bizarre. I've reloaded it so many times. There's no way that that's a 40-something% chance because I failed it every time. Anyways, this has been a long recording. Really, really long. Next time I'll finish talking to everyone here and then we'll move on with the rest of the quest lines in Disco Elysium. We'll figure out what I want to do next. So until then, everyone, take care.